Arne Slot increasingly resembles another Dutchman with little hair. Under Arne Slot, Liverpool are trying to rebuild. The team is playing higher, more compact, with more ball control, but that exposes spaces in defense. The problem is, this current defensive line can't handle the load. Van Dijk is no longer the monolith he was a few years ago. He is still great, but he has lost pace and sometimes caution. Dijk and Konaté, powerful, though he is often out with injury. Joe Gomez is not always reliable when he plays, and young Leone doesn't yet have the required experience. In this situation, Liverpool don't need just another centre-back, but someone who combines stability, a cool head, and tactical flexibility. And that's where Marc Guéhi steps into the frame. He's 24, born in Ivory Coast, but grew up in England. He went through Chelsea's academy, developing as a modern centre-back. With good passing, tactical insight, and discipline. His breakthrough came on loan at Swansea. Then he moved to Crystal Palace for £18 million. Since then, he has become one of the most reliable centre-backs in the Premier League. At Palace, he didn't just play steadily. He became captain, won the FA Cup, and was one of key figures for England reaching the Euro 2024 final. So this isn't a prospect. It's a finished high-level player. Guéhi doesn't grab headlines with flashy tackles or dramatic blocks. His strength lies in composure and anticipation. He reads the game brilliantly. In the 2024-25 season, he averaged 2.6 tackles and interceptions per match, higher than Van Dijk, who had 2.5, and significantly more than Konaté, 1.8. This shows activity and smart timing. He doesn't rush in blindly. He knows when to hold, when to step. For a team playing high defensive line, this is critical. Because when the opponent breaks the press, the centre-back must read the moment and stop the attack. We've got problems with that now. Fans are tired on counting our defensive mistakes on opponent counterattacks. In the LFC Live app comments, after every match, there is a debate about our defense and attack. If you want to join like-minded fans and stay up to date with all Liverpool news, download the LFC Live app. Link is in the description and pinned comment. Feel free to download. It's also important to understand that Guéhi is not just a physical defender. Yes, he is smaller than Van Dijk or Konaté in height, but he compensates with aerial technique. He wins, on average, 2 aerial duels per match with a 54% win rate. While Van Dijk has 72, Konaté 71. On paper, the difference is noticeable, but it's about style. Guéhi often doesn't just challenge for the ball. He just limits his opponent with his body, harms timing, and forces discomfort. Because of that, he often neutralizes the opponent before contact, sometimes without jumping. His strength is positioning and reading the moment. Another aspect that makes him special is his ground game. According to stats, Guéhi won 2.9 ground duels per game with a success rate of 63%, better than Van Dijk, 62%, and Konaté, 61%. This is not just numbers. It shows the ability to defend dribblers without fouling, staying in position. In Slot's system, where centre-backs are often one-on-one with attacking players, this quality is priceless. Even more importantly, he can play with the ball. For Liverpool, this is one of the key problems right now. Defenders don't always start attacks well. Guéhi is a modern centre-back who can break lines with a short pass or switch the play diagonally. Last season, he averaged 43 accurate passes per match. That's less than Van Dijk, 72, or Konaté, 55. But at Palace, he wasn't required to build attacks. The team often played a low block. Yet when he could, he showed excellent vision. 5 created chances, the best among centre-backs in the Premier League. And that could be what Liverpool currently lack. Under Slot, the team tried to build from the back, but often lacks a calm exit under pressure. Guéhi doesn't panic under pressure, doesn't hoof it aimlessly. He seeks a thoughtful solution. His style is closer to Van Dijk in his prime, when Virgil first controlled the situation, then launched attacks with a precise pass. But unlike the current Van Dijk, Guéhi is more mobile and quicker to react to changes in tempo. Tactical flexibility is another advantage. At Palace, he played both in the back four and in a 3 centre-back system. When Oliver Glasner deployed him as the left side of the back 3, Guéhi proved he can cover both centre and flank, supporting the wing-back. This is exactly what Slot's system demands. When fullbacks like Alexander-Arnold or Robertson push high, the centre-backs must cover large areas. In that role, he was extremely effective, thanks to speed, coordination, and understanding where to be. Let's compare now a bit more with Van Dijk and Konaté. Virgil is still the defensive leader. His presence adds calm, but he's now 34 and no longer has that explosiveness that once allowed him to cover half the pitch. Konaté is powerful, fast, but often injured, so Liverpool lacks consistency in central defense. Guéhi is the golden middle. He's younger, fitter, and most importantly, consistent. He's not injury-prone, rarely misses games. That stability is what we are catastrophically short of right now. And one more point, psychological. At Palace, he was captain. For such a young player, that speaks volumes. He doesn't just do his job, he leads the team. In Liverpool's dressing room, where Slot is trying to find a new identity after Klopp's era, such a figure could become cementing. A leader without arrogance but authority built on actions. The contract situation makes this transfer even more realistic. Guéhi has only 1 year left on his Palace deal, and he has refused to sign a new one. Manager Glasner said they offered him an extension, but he wants something different. This means Liverpool could get him either in January for a reasonable price or for free in the summer. But can the club afford to wait? After a series of defeats, especially when Konaté is injured and defense is cracking, action seems necessary now. If this transfer went through, what could Slot get? First, versatility. Guéhi can play left or right centre-back in a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-2-1. Second, improved build-up from the back. He will help the team keep the ball and avoid losing it under pressure, which is a major issue currently. And third, a calming presence. When there's panic around, he plays as if he has an extra second. That is exactly what Liverpool lack right now. Also worth noting, his international experience. Guéhi plays for England alongside the best. He has been trained in structure, discipline, and concentration. He doesn't have those falling out of a game moments we often see from Konaté or Gomez. He is disciplined, holds his position, doesn't seek the spotlight, but isn't afraid of responsibility. It's a rare combination of humility and ambition. There's another technical nuance that could become decisive. Slot builds a system where defenders don't just clear the ball, but actively participate in play. In his Feyenoord team, his centre-backs often stepped high and functioned as extra playmakers. At Liverpool, that's not yet working, because we lack someone comfortable on the ball. Guéhi could become that element. Not just a defender, but the first playmaker. He can deliver a pass between lines, shift the attack, start a combination from deep. And one more argument, long-term perspective. Van Dijk is getting older, and even if he stays for another year or two, the club must prepare for the future. Who better for that role than a young, English, leading centre-back who already has captain experience? If Guéhi arrives now, he can initially play alongside Virgil, learn from him, then gradually take over as the main defensive pillar. It's natural evolution, not a jump into the unknown. In summary, Marc Guéhi is not the flashy name at Van Dijk's level, not a megastar grabbing headlines, but those are exactly the players who save seasons. He is stable, smart, team-oriented. He has everything Liverpool needs right now: discipline, speed, composure, and leadership. In Slot's system, which is still finding the balance between attack and defense, Guéhi could be one who restores that balance. Yes, £60 million is a big sum, no doubt. But in today's market, and given how costly defensive mistakes are, this isn't an expense. It's an investment in stability. If Liverpool don't just want to survive this season, but fight for the top 4, the solution might be simple. Sign Marc Guéhi, because those players aren't always flashy, but they create the foundation of a team that can win again. And maybe in a year we'll talk about him the same way we once talked about Virgil van Dijk. Not as a reinforcement, but as a symbol of a new era of Liverpool's defense. The key is not to focus on failures, but to believe in the team. Because losses are temporary and Liverpool is forever, and you will never walk alone. Bye-bye.